Okay, I'm live now, whoever's there, so come out and say hi. Hello all, how's everyone today? Anybody out and around? Nobody's saying hello? Nobody around and about or what? All right. Pop on in and say hello. Coffee. Mm. Nobody wants to say hi? Hmm. I want to see one person on. All right. Get a few more minutes for people to catch up. All right. Mm. I know, smoking. Uh, uh, well, I got 6 people gave me a thumbs up. Surprised not to see those 6 people yet. Oh. Nobody wants to say hello? Hmm? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Somebody wants to say hello? Anything at all? How's your father? See what comments I'm getting here. Oh. Does anyone want to come on and say hello or what? Oh, I'll do the same thing as last time. I'll give it a half hour. Oh. Mm. Hi, do Angela. How are you? Mm. Welcome to the live stream. Feel free to ask me any questions. Mm. Oh, what's new, Angela? No, I was in the infantry. I was one RCR up until 2012, and then I rebadged to the Princess Patricias, and I was with a little unit called CMTC, where we dressed up as the Taliban, and we put on scenarios for the training audience, and then from there I went to stores. I worked in supply for a bit, and then I worked at the school as an instructor. And I finished my last couple of years in range control. Look after range safety and all that kind of stuff. Pretty easy job, but Had its perks too. Oh, we got another person signing on. Don't be shy. Say hello. And if you guys feel like donating, please do. Just go to the links at the end in my description and any of my videos. Click on the PayPal or the Subscribe Star. Give $1 or $2. Remember, I still have the $5 t-shirt deal going on. You commit $5 or more a month, I'll mail you a free shirt. Well, 3 people are on. Don't be shy, folks. Feel free to ask a question about today's events or past events or anything thereof. Don't mind sharing the info. Does that answer your question, Angela? Okay, cool. Yeah, we could do that too. Yeah. Make a point of asking people to please save the grocery delivery options for seniors and disabled people. Yeah, we could do that too. By all means. You could post that in your website in your area. I don't see any issues with that going on around here. They have delivery services. Some of the fast food chains have it. They're actually looking for drivers. I might even take the opportunity with the extra time I have. I might even go make a few bucks on food for people. So we'll go from there. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you're in BC, right? Hmm. Oh, skip the dishes, Uber Eats. Yeah, yeah, some really good food out of there, isn't it? Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. The best thing to do is probably post something if you can, or talk to management in your area, right? Mm. Mm. Yeah, that works too. Either give them a call as well, leave a nice little message for them. Right? I worked for my wife and I. We've called their MLA a couple times in regards to certain issues, especially when it came to veterans benefits. Right? Had to give them a what up, but don't get me wrong. Our MLA's office actually gave us a call the other day, and I thought they were soliciting for funds, but when it came to the point where they asked us personally if we needed any volunteers to come out and give us an assist for anything, right? I guess they're looking at their constituents now, whether they want brownie points or not. They did I think, an honorable thing. And if more political parties would do that sort of thing, I think this division would be compromised, you know. Well, I agree. Some of the government's useless. Our federal government, yeah, they don't really care. They'll side whatever bidding party, you know. It's been proved the past week, especially more so the devastation in Nova Scotia, with what's going on there, right? People knew things, people did nothing. The chain of command knew things, did nothing. So it's getting harder and harder to trust some of these powers with anything. You know. Let's see. Well, that's the thing. They sent a text. I think it was like later that evening, from what I've read, and then more texts came around that morning, just before he was caught. I think roughly around noon, Nova Scotia time. So every time there's an Amber Alert for missing child, you see it on television. We've seen it in our cell phones. Even a weather alert, we've received them. And I guess there was nothing in that area of Nova Scotia, because the consensus is that nobody there really uses Twitter for anything. Right. So to me, that's just kind of irresponsible. Someone made a mistake and they don't want to own it. Right. So yeah, you can say poor communication. It gets ridiculous after a while too. There's a lot of this, oh, it wasn't my fault, or it's this guy's fault, or it's that guy's fault. Nobody's taking the blame. Right. That's a good question, because I know it's hard to say, because there is a case in my area, but as far as we know, that person is self-isolating and he is pretty much good to go for now. But the numbers as in healing, I'd like to see more people come out and discuss it in public. I like to see more of that, especially in the mainstream media. Discuss what they went through, what were the real symptoms, rather than just look on your health service. Because you hear all the time about people surviving cancer, overcoming these odds, people with CF, people with other terminal illnesses, and what they've done and how they healed. Let's hear some from survivors too, right? Yeah, I've heard that too. There was a young lad in Nova Scotia, apparently, that was waiting for a test um, under Frank P. Vaughan. Some of his work, they called him Matt. The guy's name was Matt, and he was in touch with Frank P. Vaughan in regards to the testing. He wanted to get a test, and there was no means for them to test him. Go figure. So we'll see. I try not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but in the same sense, we're not getting the whole truth, right? You get people like myself and yourself and some of my fans and other uh, independent media types. They're speculative, and I really don't blame them. I don't blame the speculation. We know it's real. We know it's a virus, a pandemic, whatever you want to call it. It's taking out the elderly. It's taking out the sick, anyone who has a condition. It's hard on them. Fine. Well, maybe he did. Maybe he made a deal with China. We never know. Justin likes to give stuff away, right? He'd rather go to a NATO summit and show off his fucking socks rather than show up and say, what can we do to better ourselves? So I don't trust anything that he says. No matter what. You can't pay me enough to trust what Justin says. But Oh, seen a few more people come out, say hello. Well, yeah, Angela, he is an ass. He is for sure. Don't be shy, folks. Come and say hello. No, see a few numbers popping up here on the right side of my screen. So come on out, say hello. Oh, of course, it's either pre-written for him or pre-processed, and he hasn't done much for social distancing himself. Now, here Sophie has healed from the COVID, right? But he's still in isolation, apparently. Why? Okay. Well, he gets briefed. I think he has people write his speeches for him. It's that simple. Well, he's too good to do anything on his own. I don't think he's ever had to do anything on his own in his life. You know, I'd say he's the worst prime minister in Canadian history. Any prime minister that wants to add a tax and then puts GST on that tax should be a warning sign enough, right? Well, I think there has been reporters that have done it, but I don't think it's been broadcasted, right? With the exception of that little stint he did last year, where he said to that First Nations lady, "Oh, thanks for your donation. Thanks for your donation," when she asked a legitimate question about the water, right? So that spoke for itself right there. To me, what the giveaway should have been when he said in his campaign, his first campaign, the budget will balance itself. You could just see a bouncing ball dictated. So I think a lot of people in his caucus that are not prepared for the hard questions. Because when you watch every briefing that's been going on, they're not giving hard answers. They're not giving good answers as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, well, he's never around. He's got too many things to do. He's got to go to the cottage, right? Yeah. No, he doesn't. He doesn't answer anything properly. In question period, out in public, even when he did his town halls, the only time he showed any kind of determination or passion or any kind of emotion was when he was saying, "Oh, come on." Remember when environmentalists are giving him a hard time? Yeah, regurgitates the same crap because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Shit simple. You I'll see a couple more people signing on. Oh, it gets depressing. My wife and I, we get angry too. It gets depressing after a while. Same old garbage, same old garble, you know. More the COVID, and you can't say COVID here, and you can't say pandemic here, and people are getting antsy and offended. They're handing out tickets to teenagers for playing basketball. They're giving tickets to fathers for taking their kids out rollerblading. It's pitiful. Right? Well, sure, he can be with his family. I like to be with my family too. You like to be with your family. My sister back in Ontario is self-isolating, but they're being creative. She has an imagination, so they can be creative and do things. But I think the consensus is now a lot of people are getting tired of this shit. They want to come out and play again. It's springtime. They want to get gardens planted. Want to get things in the go. Farmers want to get their crop in the field. Keep things going. They keep things getting productive. You can still be productive and still isolate. You know, just use some common sense. But no, you got authorities. They can't decide whether to give someone a ticket or let someone go. So it's authoritarian overreach, basically. Authoritarian overreach, per se. Just seeing who's reaching out here. I'm seeing people come on to the stream, but they don't want to talk. Don't worry, folks. I'm not going to bite. No. Come on out and say hello. Ask me the hard questions. Right. I do this to get out there in the world, to get another point of view out. I'm not trying to win brownie points. I wouldn't mind making some money. So if you feel like donating, please do. Well, a talking stick. You mean the conch? Like in Lord of the Flies, right? Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm seeing more people sign on. I saw 4 there a second ago. Now it's down to 2. Saw 6 earlier. So come on, say hello, folks. Don't be shy. Well, if you're upset with my appearance, well, I'm sorry. Too bad. I'm not here to be handsome. Well, a couple more people I keep seeing signing on, signing out. Probably just want to get a look at me and go, "Oh my God, yes, I'm bald." Yes. Come on, don't be shy, folks. There we go. Hmm. Any more questions, Angie? Well, still seeing people sign on and sign out. Guess I'm too scary. Oh, yes, of course. Yes, we were saying how much we just love him, and he's such a great leader. Not. Yeah. I posted something on my Facebook page in regards to open carry, and it's amazing how some of the comments I've been receiving have been less than fruitful. Right. I'm seeing a lot of people who like my page. That's great. Thank you all for liking the page. Well, I'd like to see more people come out and ask me questions, though. All right. One person was calling me a moron because of my time of service. She called me a warmonger. Well, she called me. If you like guns so much, why don't you move to the United States? I've heard that before, so that's nothing new. Um, God, the list goes on. I keep getting the whole shithead. I keep getting the boomer comment, and I'm not a boomer. So it adds up. I tried to reason and debate to the best of my ability. But when you start throwing insults at people, it takes the fun out of it. I like a good debate, I like a good conversation. But when you start, making comments like boomer or warmonger or shithead or whatever else they come up with, you just whatever. I just delete. That's it. Stay off my page. You have something valuable to contribute by all means, but if you just want to be a dick, well, I don't have time for you. Shit simple. No. Oh, again, two people are on and Ollie got off again. Okay. Well, well, I'll give it another half hour, so I don't try to stay any longer than an hour. But well, I had plenty of notice, people to come out and say hello. So last time I tried it, I got the thing working, and I waited like a half hour. I gave them like a week's notice. So well, nothing there. I deleted that one. Getting lots of shares though, which is nice. By all means, appreciate the sharing very much. Appreciate the sharing quite a bit. It's always good. Get the point of views out there. Well, gun laws in the United States are different in every state. Right. What I believe in personally as a gun law is having the right to carry and having the right to self-defense. Right. I like the fact that you have to train and you have to get a card, which I'm okay with. Pay a fee, fine, whatever. Let the state have its part. But in the same sense, I carried a rifle in the Army. I taught soldiers how to use said rifle. I taught soldiers how to use machine guns and marksmanship principles and all that good stuff. And when it comes to guns, it's common sense. It's a tool. Yes, guns can kill people, but it's people pulling the triggers that kill people, right? And there are too many powers that be who want to police that. They don't want to look at the brass tacks of it all and see what it is that motivates these people to commit those heinous crimes. They just figure, well, he has a gun, so therefore he's dangerous. Well, I drive a truck too, and I have the odd drink. Does that mean I'm going to drink and drive automatically? No. But when it comes to American gun laws, every state is different. So let every state govern it to however they feel. Um, yeah, I would. Hmm. Yeah, I would. I would especially use it if I was getting robbed at home, right? I know in the criminal code you're allowed to use force with force, but that's kind of a hard thing to determine. If you're, let's say it's nighttime, someone's breaking in, and you can't really tell it when it's dark out if they're armed or not. So yeah, you can pick up a bat, but who's to say this individual doesn't have a blade, or if this individual has a gun his or herself too? So what do you do, right? The Colton Bushy case, they always deemed it as a racist issue, and yet some of the police officers that I've talked to and the reports they have read, those individuals in said truck were armed with 22 rifles, and those rifles were readied prior to them coming on Mr. What's his name? The farmer's property. And I'll have to read the article again, but that stuck out big time. So there was intent there. It doesn't matter what color you are, right? It's the intent that was behind that. So I keep seeing people popping up, but they don't want to say hello. Why is that? A little too scary. Oh, uh. Well, I could say that too, but the best way of saying that is when you hear it, hear the action caught back, right? The whole click click, the Hollywood action caught back, and then you realize, oh, okay, what's going on? Now you don't have to leave, by all means. I just see people keep popping up, and then they go again. You know, the last time I did the live stream, I had some issues getting this up, but I was up for a while, and no one said hello or anything. So I see people popping up. I'm getting thumbs up that I'm live, but no one's coming on. So which is it? Well, I put these live chats up there to put a face to the whole podcast. So, I've got videos and everything too, but I like to go live to be in touch with people, answer their questions, right? Well, just like everybody else that's on the streaming services. Everybody else uses YouTube to get the word out, whatever their words may be. Well, 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 a lot of these likes, thumbs up, but hey, come on, let's have a talk. Come and say hello. Blog Talk Radio. No, I have not. Maybe you can email me a link to that and check it out. I'm with Podbean right now. They provide a pretty good service. Right. Well, that's always good. Yeah. Blog Talk Radio. Yeah, I could try that. Yeah, that seems like an idea. I'll keep that in mind for sure. Well, I just do this because I'm not made of a lot of coin. So I'm doing this to make some extra money on the side too, right? So I've got a couple of sponsors that are nice. I'm waiting for confirmation. They both liked the ads I put up for them, so I'm just waiting for confirmation to use their product and hopefully make some extra coin. So yeah. Okay, well, free. That's good. Yeah, just getting it set up too, which is all right. Yeah, Blog Talk Radio. Eh, where's it? Is it in the United States? Oh, obviously it's everywhere, but I mean, where is it originated? Well, I tried that internet radio service and I had to cancel that because I was given this whole list of instructions on what to load and what to download and what to click on. It was like reading Greek, and it came out of London, England. So I'm like, okay, oh, so it's probably situated in the States then. Okay, not a problem. Blog Talk Radio. I'll keep that in mind for sure. And I'll try that out. Well, okay. Oh, call in's always good. Sure. Yeah. I remember talk radio as a kid. CBC actually used to put on some decent talk radio shows. Q107 out of Toronto used to have a good talk radio show about music and stuff. It was on their Psychedelic Sunday broadcast. You know, they had people call in and talk about their favorite single or their favorite album or their favorite group or their favorite concert of said group. Right, everything from Emerson, Lake and Palmer to Pink Floyd to when Rush blew the world away with 2112. So, well, yeah, I don't care who hides, by all means. Whoever wants to ask me a question, ask me a question. You know, Mm. But yeah, I kind of missed some talk radio. Like I said, the CBC used to have some pretty good unbiased programs, but now it's every time I listen to the CBC, it's just, I don't know. It just gets ridiculous. Oh, I see more people popping up and saying hello, and then they go away again. Okay. Well, I get these notifications from my other groups, but I told them what was going on tonight. Well, like I said, I'll give another 15 minutes and then I'll shut her down. I'll try to give it at least a good hour or two. You know, I haven't expanded to doing a 2-hour live stream yet. Not enough people coming out to say hello. But it's nice to know I'm up to 2,900 subscribers, which is good. But you'd think they'd want to say hello. Oh, possibly. Sure, minimized, whatever. But, my little counter here is saying 2, 3, 4. Like at one point it said 6, and it's like, okay. So, well, I don't know what it is. Maybe I got the gift of the gab. People are saying, "Oh, well, look at this crusty Canuck guy. He's got something to say." You know. So I went and got a different service to help me with my thumbnails and all that. So tweak my mic here and tweak my whole system. See here, big fancy microphone. Ooh, hey. So tweak that a bit. Got that sorted out. Yes, ask me a weird question. Yes, you can ask me anything you want within reason. Well, I'll give it another 10 minutes and then I'll shut her down. So, psychic mediums? I don't know. I'm not religious. I don't believe in uh, ghost stories. I believe we all carry a certain amount of energy that's a driving force in our lives, but I don't know. I think psychic mediums can entertain you, sure, but it's all power of suggestion as far as I'm concerned, right? Um, I think once you die, my personal belief is that once you pass, whatever has governed your life, i.e., your soul, goes where the hell it wants to. I don't believe you're going to burn in hell. I don't believe you're going to pass away here or pass away there. I believe your time comes, it comes, whether it's horrific, whether it's light, whether it's natural, whether it's old age, disease, accidents. There's too much stuff out there to worry about the afterlife. Let's worry about this life, right? As for psychic mediums predicting things, I don't know. I think Nostradamus was kind of cool, but who knows? So to answer your question, I really don't know. I don't really believe in a lot of it. I believe people have a spiritual connection to nature, what have you. It goes back to the ancient Celts, the Celts, the Romans, the Greeks, Mesopotamians, First Nations, the first Britons, everything. You know, But as for psychic mediums saying they can talk to the dead and predict this, no, I doubt it. I doubt it, because if that was possible, there'd be a lot more answers, right, than questions, I think. And I think a lot of people would have probably some easier lives. But I don't know. I'm speculative about that. Like I said, I'm not religious, so I don't really have any kind of educated opinion on it per se. Hope that answers. So, well, maybe it's a fluke or a possibility. Who knows? Who knows what's behind those talk radio stations or that block talk radio where they get your number, find your number somehow, and then find your background. Who knows? But it's up to you, the individual. You believe what you want to believe. You might have some people laugh at you. People might take you seriously, right? But I believe let people believe what they want. But I'm not going to infringe on their right to go to church or go to a mosque or go to a synagogue, as long as they don't infringe on my right just to be, right? Well, I was introduced to the church at a young age to give me a choice, and I think that was more for the sake of my grandparents than for the sake of myself. But no, it wasn't until I was about maybe 11 or 12 I started realizing that the church wasn't for me. Right? I'll go to church out of respect for a funeral or a marriage or some kind of ceremony for a family or a friend, but I don't. No, I don't. I don't go to church. You know, I'm wrong. I was baptized. Like I said, for the sake of my grandparents, but I'm not. You can say that I'm officially a Christian, but I'm not a practicing Christian. I don't believe. Right? I was baptized as a child, but I don't. I personally don't believe. So, I've been called an atheist. I've been called, a pagan, but I don't, live and let live when it comes to faith. You know. Well, that's the thing too, because you look at all organized religion is contradicted so much throughout the centuries. Now, I'm not condemning practicing Christians or I've met some great people that happen to be Christian. I've met some good people that happen to be Muslim. I've met some great people that happen to be Jewish too. It's all a matter of personal choice, you know. But I don't go with the flow. I've actually worked with guys in the military that were diehard Catholics, and some of them were just real dicks. Not because they were Catholic, just because they chose to be dicks, right? So if you're going to practice a faith that tells you to be good to people, then be good to people, right? Regardless of what your connection is with God or Mary or Joseph or Jesus or the spaghetti monster, you know, however it may be. Well, like I say, I've met some nice people that go to church. That's fine. That's fine. I don't believe myself. I'm not a believer, right? No, neither do I. Neither do I. Like we actually, I remember when I was a teenager, we had a Mormon come visit, and he was on his little year-long crusade. I guess they have to write a passage, and I admired the courage, but No, no, I don't. No, it's not my thing. It's not my foundation. Don't get me wrong. When I was in a firefight, I prayed to something, you know, but I'm not. I'm not religious. No. Well, that's kind of a thing too. I just try to be polite and just let them go on their merry way. Well, I don't want to throw people off. I just want people to do their own thing and be happy. But in the same sense, I don't want our freedoms to be compromised either. You know, it doesn't matter if it's done by a person of faith or a person of politics or a person of greed, right? When we were younger, we used to make fun of Jehovah Witnesses, but they've got their own thing, and okay, let them do it. I personally don't care for it. And, I've actually, well, up about, I think, 3 years ago, I told Jehovah's, wasn't interested. They had their spiel, and I said, that's fine, but I'm just not interested. Thank you for your time. That was it, so yes, they do. All shapes and sizes. Yeah, all shapes and sizes, all genders, spectrums, all identities. Yeah, all shapes and sizes. They certainly do. Well, like I said, gender spectrum, right? So whatever part of the spectrum, you know, they represent the gay alphabet or the straight alphabet or whatever alphabet issue, you know, all shapes and sizes. So, okay, well, a couple people keep popping up, but they don't want to say anything or say hello. So it's okay. I'm going to be shutting this down in about 2 minutes. So, any more questions, folks? Feel free to ask. Right? I was hoping a more of a turnout, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. So take what I can get. Right? And if anybody here wants to reach me personally, you can find me in my links. Find my email at crustybcanuck67@gmail.com. You can find me here in the YouTube. Leave a comment or two. Give me a thumbs up if you like. And you can reach me via Facebook, Instagram, Podbean, and on my Twitter feed. That's in my description links. So, lately, that question, I wouldn't mind sitting down with Leonard Cohen, honestly. Leonard Cohen or Neil Peart from Rush. I wasn't devastated when they died. I was hurt because Leonard Cohen's songs did some good things for me in my youth. And Rush is one of my favorite bands of all time, next to Motorhead, of course, right? But now when Neil Peart passed away, I would have liked to meet the guy. And I would have liked to sit and actually have a coffee or a tea or a smoke with Leonard Cohen and just talk about life. Neil Peart, his outlook, fantastic. I've yet to read his books. I should, get on that. But just the man's music and his lyrics, very insightful, very educated, and passionate, humanitarian, if anything. Those are two people I'd like to sit, uh, you know, for a while and just have a good conversation. And of course, Leonard Nimoy. So, got to bring the Star Trek thing to term here too. But yeah, the top two would be Leonard Cohen and Neil Peart. So for sure. Anyhow, that has been my live stream, ladies and gentlemen. For those who've tuned in, thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words and the questions. By all means, I will try next time, maybe the next few weeks, to put another live stream up. But those of you who tuned in, thank you very much for your kind thoughts and your kind words. And like I said, you want to reach me, you can reach me at crustybcanuck67 at gmail.com and or on Facebook under Krusty Canuck, on Instagram, Canuck Krusty, and on the Twitter feed here on YouTube and on Podbean. So give me a comment, thumbs up, keep sharing and liking, and subscribe if you can. Anyhow, so, and before I go, I'll answer one more question. Well, they were heartthrobs. So yeah, I can see. I can see why, girls would cry over Swayze and Luke Perry. But how they died was kind of sad too. Patrick Swayze was pretty healthy, and so was Luke Perry. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, needless to say, it's a shame, you know. But yes, I'll see you guys around the next time. And hopefully next week I'll have another podcast up for you. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the questions. And take care of yourselves. Remember, folks, humanity merit wins the day. Take care, and we'll see you next time.